Hey friends, Bill here. I'm here at Vienna Coffee House over on the patio, just finishing up a little cup of coffee before I head into the office. This is going to be the second week in our series called Conversations with the King, and we're talking about the conversations that Jesus has with various kinds of people in the gospel. According to John last week, Jesus had a conversation with a religious guy who thought he had it all together, and actually he was there to judge Jesus and see if Jesus was good enough. This week, Jesus is going to talk to a completely different kind of person. Before, it was a scholar, a Pharisee, a person of power named Nicodemus, and this week he's going to talk to a nameless woman, a woman that he meets at a well. She is powerless. She is a Gentile. She's actually one of those people that doesn't fit in. She's half Jewish, half Gentile. She's one of these people who's not really welcome anywhere. And Jesus pursues her, Jesus meets her, and Jesus has a conversation with her. And in the midst of interruptions that take place, Jesus then is able to push her to this point to where he says, if you want joy, if you want to know true refreshment in this life, you're not going to get it from this well. You're going to get it from a well that is spiritual, that is deeper, that will never be exhausted, that will never run out, that will never disappoint you. Because these relationships that you've sought with these men, they've disappointed you, and the way that you think you're going to fit into this community, that's going to disappoint you. And we've all known that, right? We've known that this world is filled with disappointment, and it's not the way the world was meant to be, but that's the way the world is now, and that's why Jesus came. He came to change that whole dynamic. He came to change us from the inside out so that the world would be changed in us and through us and by Him in us. So I wanted to encourage you this week to look at John chapter 4, verses 1 through 42, this delightful story of how Jesus comes to the outcast, how He loves a person who doesn't fit in, and that gives us hope, or at least it gives me hope, that Jesus is for people like me.